Hello everyone, I am Dr. Krishna Sarkar. Here in this session, I will be going to discuss about polar and Nyquist plot for type 1 system. This is linear control systems and lecture series on linear control system, lecture number 51. So our new target, polar and Nyquist plot for type 1 systems. Example 1. The open loop transfer function g of s h of s equals to 1 by s. Our target open loop transfer function g of s h of s equals to 1 by s. First, draw polar and Nyquist plot and decide the stability. Then solution. Solution step number 1. First step, pole 0 location. So what is the given function? The given open loop transfer function g of s h of s equals to 1 by s. Our given open loop transfer function g of s h of s equals to 1 by s. This is type 1 system because 1 by s to the power n and n equals to 1. When n equals to 1, this is type 1 system. Type 1 system. Type 1 systems. In this case, the pole locations are s is equals to 0. That means only one poles at origin. What is the pole location? Just one pole at origin. And the pole 0 plots are pole 0 plots. Suppose this is real axis, this is imaginary axis, and this side minus real axis, and this is the minus imaginary axis. Only one poles at s equals to 0. And that means this is origin, position, origins. So open loop system marginally stable. Open loop system marginally stable because only one pole at origin. Only one pole or stable system. This is marginally stable or stable system because 1 by s means actually this is step function. This is step function. That's why this is also stable, or by definition, this is at origin. That's why this system marginally stable. So first step, pole 0 location, just only one poles, and these poles are at origin. That's why the open loop system marginally stable. Then step number 2. Step number 2. Step 2. Put s equals to j omega. For sinusoidal input, put s equals to j omega, then the transfer function, open loop transfer function actually, g j omega and h j omega equals to 1 by j omega. For sinusoidal input, g of j omega and h of j omega equals to what? Magnitude of g j omega, h j omega and angle of G j omega H j omega. For sinusoidal input, this is magnitude denoted by M into phi. So this is the magnitude and phase angle for polar plot. Then step number 3, step 3, magnitude calculation. Magnitude calculation. That means M equals to mod of G j omega H j omega equals to what? Equals to 1 by j omega mod. Then this is equivalent to actually real plus imaginary divided by real plus imaginary and root over a square plus b square. That means 0 square divided by a square plus b square. This is equivalent to what? This is equivalent to 1 by omega. This is the magnitude of the open loop transfer function. Then step number 4. Step 4, phase angle calculation. Phase angle calculation. What is the phase angle? Phi. Phi equals to angle of G j omega H j omega. Then this is equivalent to what? This is equivalent to 1 by angle j omega. That means this is minus 90 degree. So magnitude M equals to 1 by omega and phase angle phi equals to minus 90 degree. Minus 90 degree. Then step number 5. Step 5. Step 5. Calculate magnitude, frequency, magnitude and phase angle phi, where M equals to mod of Z j omega H j omega equals to 1 by omega, 1 by omega just here write down 1 by omega and phase angle phi, angle of Z j omega H j omega equals to minus 90 degree. So root locus, this is Nyquist plot. Nyquist plot, always first value omega equals to 0. Put here omega equals to 0. Then calculate magnitude, something by 0, something by 0, magnitude infinity, and phase angle 90 degree, minus 90 degree. Then omega equals to infinity, something by infinity 0, and phase angle again minus 90 degree. Then put point 1. What is the magnitude? 1 by 0.1, 10. And magnitude phase angle equals to again 90 degree. Put 2, 0.2. Then 1 by 0.2, that means 10 by 2 equals to 5. And phase angle minus 90 degree. This is the frequency, magnitude, and phase angle calculation. Frequency, magnitude, and phase angle calculation. Then draw polar plot. Step number 6. Polar plot. Polar plot. Draw polar plot by using step number 5. So this is the real axis and imaginary axis, and in this case, this is omega equals to 0, m equals to infinity, phi equals to 0 degree, and omega equals to 0, m equals to infinity, phi equals to minus 90 degree, omega equals to 0, m equals to infinity, phi equals to minus 180 degree, omega equals to 0, m equals to infinity, and phi equals to minus 270 degree. 270 degree. Then in this case, at origin, omega equals to infinity and magnitude equals to 0. Magnitude equals to 0. So draw polar plot. Suppose this is the minus 90 degree axis. In this case, phase angle always minus 90 degree for omega 0, infinity, 0.1, 0.2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Suppose in this case, omega equals to 1, then magnitude equals to 1, and phase angle equals to also 90 degree, minus 90 degree. Then put the value, but first omega equals to 0. In this case, omega equals to 0 means this value omega equals to 0, this is omega equals to 0, this is omega equals to 0, this is omega equals to 0. But this is satisfied for phase angle minus 90 degree. So this is the minus 90 degree. This is the minus 90 degree line. And magnitude equals to, in this case, infinity. Magnitude equals to infinity. So just break here, break down, and this is the point, omega equals to 0, m equals to infinity, phase angle equals to minus 90 degree. On the minus 90 degree path, the phase angle equals to minus 90 degree, magnitude equals to infinity, and frequency equals to 1. And the terminating point, omega equals to infinity, that means origin. Origin. Phase angle minus 90 degree. Magnitude 0, that means again origin. So this is the terminating point. This is the terminating point. This is the direction. This is the direction. And another value for omega 0.1, magnitude equals to 10. Again, this is the value. This is the value. Omega equals to 0.1, m equals to 10, and minus 90 degree. Similar 0.2, this is the magnitude, 5 and minus 90 degree. So this is the polar plot. This is the polar plot. This is the starting point, and this direction, this is the polar plot. This is the polar plot. So this polar plot, and in this case, this is the minus 1, plus J0 point. Critical point -1 plus J0 point. So what is the Nyquist plot? In this case, just mirror image. So this is the direction, and in this case, suppose this is the mirror image and this is the direction. So total design is called polar Nyquist plot. Nyquist plot. This portion actually polar plot and this portion Nyquist mirror image, and total plot Nyquist plot. But this is open loop. Then draw a contour ending to sending clockwise direction. Clockwise direction. This is the ending point, last point, and this is the first point. Clockwise direction. Draw one contour. This is the contour. Then determine the closed loop stability of this system. Determine the closed loop stability of these systems. In this case, what is the formula? N equals to P minus Z. N equals to P minus Z. N equals to contour, number of contour. In this case, no contour because -1 plus 0, J0 point outside of the Nyquist plot. So N equals to 0. N equals to 0. And P equals to also 0 because no right-hand side poles. Then put here N equals to 0, P equals to 0, Z equals to 0. That means the system stable, stable, because if Z has some value, system will be unstable. In this case, Z equals to 0. That's why the given open loop system G of S, H of S, 1 by S, stable systems. Open loop system, marginally stable or stable. Also closed loop system. This is closed loop systems. Stable for closed loop systems. This is the closed loop. This is closed loop system. And this system stable. This system stable. This is the type 1 system, and the problem GSHS equals to 1 by S. And why? This is the -1 plus J0 point, critical point. And what is the Nyquist path? Just basic idea of the Nyquist path and critical point. First, critical point. If negative feedback system CS by RS equals to transfer function GS by 1 plus G of S, H of S. If 1 plus G of S, H of S equals to 0, this is called characteristics equation. In this case, G of S, H of S equals to -1 and the imaginary value J0. And this point, -1 plus J0 point, is called critical point. Critical point. Then Nyquist path. Then Nyquist path. What is the step number? Just step number 7. Nyquist path. What is the Nyquist path? Suppose this is real axis, this is imaginary axis, and only one pole at origin. At origin S is equal to 0. Then draw a path. This is the path for this pole This is the shifting, and this is the closed contour, because if left hand side, then system will be stable. Our target right hand side. So this radius actually r tends to infinity, and this is the minus j infinity, this is minus j0, this is plus j0, and this is plus j infinity. And this path weight, actually this is the weight C1, and this path weight C2, and this is the C3, and this is the weight C4. So C1 belongs to minus j infinity 2 minus j0. Then C2 belongs to minus j0 2 plus j0. And C3 belongs to plus j0 2 plus j infinity. And the C4 belongs to plus j infinity 2 minus j infinity. This is the Nyquist range, plus j infinity to minus j infinity. So this path is called Nyquist path. This is the radius r tends to infinity, and this radius, actually this small radius, the small radius epsilon. Epsilon tends to 0, but not equals to 0. This is called small circle or small contour or small path. So this is the first problem for Nyquist stability analysis. Thank you.